So welcome everybody to the Chair Yoga program. My name is Anjaneya and I'm going to be guiding you through the class. We're going to be moving head to toe through all the different joints in the body. By moving all the joints, we're going to be lubricating the joints and contracting and stretching all the muscles that surround the joints. Like this, the body's more fluid, and with the contracting and stretching, the muscles relax. We'll put that together with the slow, deep breathing, which helps to calm and clear the mind. And we'll start with that deep breathing. So if you can, sit up nice and tall and straight. You might sit a little forward in your chair if possible. Feet are parallel. You can rest the hands on your thighs or on your knees. And we'll start with some slow, deep breath. Take your time to breathe in. Take your time to breathe out. Take your time to breathe in. Take your time to breathe out. If you can, breathe through your nose. Slowly breathe in through the nose. And slowly breathe out through your nose. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the nose. Now imagine your lungs are like a balloon. So as you breathe in, imagine the lungs expanding in all directions as you fill a balloon. And slowly breathe out, the balloon gets smaller. Deep breath in, imagine you're filling a balloon, so expanding down towards your feet, the body expands, and slowly exhale, the body relaxes. A few more deep breaths on your own rhythm. Try to keep that image of filling the lungs as if they're a big balloon, expanding in all directions. Very good. One more deep breath. We'll keep tuning in with the mantra Om 3 times. Deep breath in. So welcome everyone to our program today. Today we're going to start with a breathing exercise. So our breath is pretty much a way to connect with how we're feeling. You might notice when we're frustrated or angry, we're breathing like quite quickly, we're sobbing if we're sad. And the more we can control the breath, we kind of are able to step back from how we're feeling or to clear our mind. Now, to slow down the breathing today, we're going to breathe through just one nostril at a time. We're going to do this for a full minute. So what I'd like you to do is close your right nostril. You can use any finger that's comfortable. And for 1 minute, we're going to breathe in and out through the left nostril. So slowly breathe in and out through your left nostril. So you can close the right nostril. Take your time. If you're a little congested today, just do your best, but take a break anytime if you need to. Slow breath in, slow breath out. That's good. Maybe the back stays straight. The face is relaxed. After your next exhalation, release your hand and breathe through both nostrils. Very good. Notice how you feel. And then we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So now closing your left nostril and breathing through the right nostril for 1 minute. Slow, smooth breathing. Good. Try to keep your focus on what you're doing. After your next exhalation, release your hand and breathe through both nostrils. Take a few breaths. Notice how you feel after breathing 1 minute on either side. Very good. So when you're ready, you can open the eyes. Ro, I'm just going to ask you a question. How do you feel after the exercise, Ro?
Relaxed.
Relax. You're coming from the retirement home background, is that correct?
Yes.
So I'm assuming, I could be wrong, Ro hasn't studied deeper pranayama from a teacher training, but just from breathing slowly, she's relaxed, right? So we say that?
Yes.
This is the benefit of the practice, right? And so thank you, Ro, for being put on the spot there. So, it's nice to do like any type of pranayama, but we just break it down so it's the most accessible. Like, hopefully most of you found that it had some effect. Usually we feel calm, relaxed, centered. For some people, it doesn't always work, and that's okay, but with some practice, it gets there. So if I'm ever teaching beginners a yoga class, this is like the introduction to alternate nostril breathing, but for a frail population that might not be able to really fill their lungs, you might be working at this exercise for months before they can go to the next step, which we'll see later today or tomorrow. So we're going to continue with the class. Jenny asked if it's being recorded. The way I set it up, if it's correct, it's only going to be recording me. So hopefully no one else will be there. And then we'll see how that works out at the end. So you still have a class. So we did the breathing. Now we're going to go to the neck and work our way down the body. So sitting up tall and straight, turn your head to your right side, gentle stretch. Head to the left side, gentle stretch. Head to the right, gentle stretch. And head to the left, gentle stretch. One more time, turn to your right side. And turn to the left side. And back to the center, deep breath. Very good. Lower the right ear towards the shoulder. Then bring it up slowly. Feel the neck lifting the whole weight of the head. And then lower it slowly to the left. Feel the neck supporting the whole weight of the head. Come up slowly. Down to the right. Come up slowly. Down to the left. The head weighs as much as a bowling ball. Come up slowly. Feel the strength in the neck. And down to the right. Come up slowly. And down to the left. Back to the center. Deep breath in and out. Chin to chest. Inhale, roll the head to the right. Exhale, back down. Inhale, roll the head to the left. Exhale, down. Right side, inhale. Exhale, down. Left side, inhale. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, right. Exhale, down. And inhale, left. Exhale, down. Back to the center. Slow, deep breath. Very good. Now we're going to continue with the shoulders. We're going to go one shoulder at a time. And again, for the Zoom teaching, you notice I don't have to be back on the chair to do the neck and shoulders. So I came closer so I can observe you better and you can see me better. So we're going to start with just the right shoulder. Lift it up. Keeping it up, bring it forward, down, and back. Shoulder up, forward, down, and back. Up, forward, down, back, same shoulder, up, forward, down, and back. Now we go the other way. Forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. That's good. Forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down. Shake out the shoulder. Notice how that feels in the right shoulder compared to the left. If you want to do the other side, raise your hand. Okay, so probably it feels good, right? Just slow movement. Left shoulder up, forward, down, back. Up, forward, down, back. Up, forward, down, back. Up, forward, down, back, and up, forward, down, back. Let's go the other way now. Same shoulder. Forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. And forward, up, back, down. Shake out the shoulders. Slow, deep breath. Very good. So this type of exercise, just about all of you were able to follow. Most people that are less in touch with their body takes months to be able to make this type of movement because there's a lot of stiffness around the shoulders, a lot of disconnect because people are often very tight. So this speed and this slowness one at a time really helps to contract, stretch, and release the tension that people are holding. So keep in mind when we're doing it in the training, most of you are quite able-bodied. You bring this into like a care facility retirement home, you'll see people like gritting their teeth. It's such a challenging motion just to follow in their mind. So that's good for the neck and shoulders. So now we're going to come to the hand exercises. We're going to start the same as yesterday. Open the fingers wide, stretch them apart, squeeze them together. Open the fingers wide, squeeze tight. Stretch the fingers apart, squeeze them together, open wide, squeeze tight, stretch open, squeeze tight, stretch, squeeze, and stretch, squeeze, relax. Nice deep breath. Very good. So now I was joking about the advanced hand exercises, so we give it a try. Opening wide, just your thumbs make some circles. As you go, notice the different muscles that are working as you do the circles in the hands and the wrists. Good. Then we're going to go to the index fingers, make some circles. Just do your best here, it's a little challenging. Then we come to the middle fingers. And focus on the different muscles that are working. It usually gets a little harder with the next one, the ring fingers. Finally, the pinkies, the little fingers. Now, reverse direction with the pinkies. And then the ring fingers. Middle fingers. Index. And thumbs. Shake out the hands. Rest them on your lap. Notice how that feels in your hands. Very good. So this helps to bring circulation around the hands and lubricate the hands. So let's say one of your students says that it hurts a bit because they have some arthritis in their hands. What would you tell them? Just raise your hand and I'll call on you. Anybody have a guess? Ro? What would you say?
I would tell them to do what they can.
Okay, they say it hurts. So what do you tell them? Because they have arthritis in their hands.
Well, I would probably ask them to try and do a little bit because it's going to get easier.
Good. That's it. That's the answer. Okay, Arlena is raising a hand. We'll see. Do you have something to add?
I like to say motion is lotion.
Good. Good answer. Could you see us now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, perfect. So that's it. So with specifically arthritis, if it's hurting in the joint, we try to keep moving unless it's like inflamed, swollen, or really intense pain. Otherwise, like it gets worse. We have to move. So normally in yoga, if it hurts, we say stop. But this is a different thing, right? So, and a lot of the students, they're going to know this actually, which is kind of interesting. But it's good to ask that question to remind students to keep going. So that's good for the hands. Now we're going to go to the wrist joint exercise. So someone had said, I think they were working post-stroke. So yesterday we did the wrists like this, right? Well, let's say somebody can't move one side of their body. How do we do the wrist exercise? There's a few options. One, we say we're going to interlace our fingers today. And if that side is like paralyzed, they're still going to take their hand. They'll take some time, interlace their fingers, and now we can do the wrist exercise. So we'll make some circles. That's good. Nice and slow. Now try not to move your arms. You'll see a lot of people doing this, but then it's not the wrist exercise anymore. That's good. Then back the other way. Now this is the advanced class, so we'll do a figure 8. See if you can figure it out. And then a little more challenging the other way now. And shake out the wrists. Sitting tall. Do a nice deep breath. And we're going to practice a gentle movement with the arms. Turning the palms up. As you breathe in, bring the hands up to the shoulders. As you breathe out, lower them down. We're going to try with the count of 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. And exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, trying to keep your back straight. Exhale, trying to keep your back straight. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Last time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. And exhale, 1, 2, 3. Let's take a few breaths. There we go. So now I have a question for you. What do you think is the benefit, the real benefit of that exercise we just did? So raise your hand if you have an answer. Oh, Paula, so unmute you. So what's the benefit of that, Paula?
Coordinating your movement and your breath.
Very good. Which does what for you?
It increases your awareness or your concentration.
Very good, right? It's almost like an introduction to meditation, because sometimes just sitting and breathing, it's like too subtle, especially if the mind is wandering a lot or tamasic, very tired. So we have just enough movement to keep the mind focused, so it's easier to meditate on it. But it's not a big movement that's overly stimulating. So it's almost a way to ease people into meditation. And so that's a very good observation. Thank you, Paula. And then I think I saw someone in the screen with their legs. Nicole, your legs are crossed. So this is a habit we have to break. In every other yoga class, we want to be able to cross our legs. But if you're teaching a group of seniors and you cross your legs, what are they going to do? Oh, Bhargavi, I think you're talking. Yeah, what would they do?
Oh, sorry, I was just signing to myself, but they might try to cross their legs as well, or they might feel like deflated that they aren't able to do the same thing.
Very good. What happens if they try to cross their legs?
It can actually be very dangerous.
Exactly. It could be.
And they have done it. I have done it and they have done it, and it has been a disaster.
Yeah, good. Okay, Nicole. So we have to be like very careful what we're doing with our body, even if we're comfortable with our legs crossed on the chair. You know, if it's a frail population, we don't want to have them putting any pressure on themselves. But it's interesting, if you're teaching and you scratch your head, half the class might scratch their head because they might not be hearing you and they're just going to do it. We have to be like very aware of our own movements when we're teaching these types of groups. Okay, so that's with the arms. We'll do one more with the arms now. We'll start like we did yesterday. So sitting up tall. As you breathe in, take the arms up. Breathe out, down. Breathing in, let's come up. And breathe out, down. Breathe in, coming up. And breathe out, down. As you breathe in, try to keep your back tall. Breathe out, keep your back tall. One more time, we'll breathe in. Breathe out. Now, if you have enough room beside you, breathe in out to the sides and come up. And breathe out, down. So if we were 30 of us here in my basement, we couldn't do this one. Breathe in out to the sides and come up. And breathe out, down. So you always have to watch the group, what works if it's a group. Breathe in as far as it's comfortable. Breathe out, down. And one more time, we'll breathe in up. And breathe out, down. Good. Shake it out. Very good. See how that feels in your body? We'll work our way down to the spine. So we're going to do a bit of a moving twist. So we're going to start with a nice big hug. So you can just take hold, sit tall, and turn to one side, and turn to the other. Breathe in to one side, breathe out to the other. Breathe into one side, breathe out to the other. Breathe into one side, breathe out to the other. And one more time, breathing in and breathing out. Back to the center and release. Nice deep breath. Continue now with the cat-cow exercise. So feet are parallel, back is straight, hands on the knees. So there's two parts to this exercise. First part, lift up your chest like you're bending backwards. You see my head, it's just staying with my spine. I'm not extending my neck more back. Round the back, head down. Lift up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Round the back, head down. We'll add the breathing. Breathe in, lift the chest, shoulders back. And breathe out, round. Deep breath in, lift the chest. Breathe out, round the back. 3 more. Breathe in, chest up. Breathe out, round. Breathe in, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Breathe out, round. And last time. Breathe in, lift the chest. And breathe out, round. And sit up nice and tall. Long breath. Notice how it feels up and down your body. Very good. Now, if you think that is for the lower back, raise your hand. Two of you. If you think it's for the middle back, raise your hand. A couple more. How many of you think it's for the upper back? A few more. How many of you think it's the whole back? So we tend to feel these where we need them, right? But it's important to get the whole back moving. So some people say, wow, that was for the lower back, and someone else will give you an opposite answer. So that's the way we start to understand where the students are maybe holding tension in their own body or a little weaker or a little more flexible. So now we'll continue with the hips a little bit. We're going to come into a rocking motion. So sitting tall, feet are flat, back is straight. So now we're going to sit a little bit to the right, lifting the left hip. Sit to the left, lifting the right hip. Sit to the right. Sit to the left. To the right. To the left. To the right. To the left. Notice the movement in the hips and especially the abdominal muscles. So lift your right hip, lift your left hip. Lift the right hip, lift the left hip. Lift the right hip and left hip and release. Nice deep breath. Very good. Now we'll continue between the hips with the PC muscle, the muscle that controls the flow of urine. So imagine you're on a long bus ride. There's no washroom, so you got to squeeze tight to hold it in. So squeeze tight like you're holding in the flow of urine and release. We'll do it 5 times. Squeeze, release, squeeze, and release. 3 more. Squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, and squeeze, and relax. Nice deep breath. Very good. And we'll continue more in the hip joints now. We're going to go into the rotations of the hip joint. So see if you can hold under the right knee. And we'll start with some small circles. Depending where you're teaching, sometimes there's arms on the chair, so you can only do so much. That's fine. If it's comfortable, you can go a little larger. That's good. And the opposite direction. Think of lubricating the hip joint, warming up the muscles around the hip. This is very good for fall prevention, injury prevention. One more time. Then we'll hug the knee towards the chest and breathe. And if you can, we try a little kiss or blow a kiss. Shake it out. See how that feels on either side. Some people even notice a difference after doing one side. So we'll go over to the other leg now, holding under the left leg, and we make some circles. Nice and slow and smooth, just as far as it's comfortable. So if you can open up and go a little larger. If it doesn't feel right, you can take a break. And let's go in the opposite direction a few times as well. Maybe the back is straight. Notice if you've tensed up your shoulders or face, relax them. And one more. We'll hug in the knee towards the chest. Take a deep breath. Maybe try to give the knee a little kiss to stretch your back. You don't reach, blow a kiss, and shake it out. Very good. Oh, let's take a nice long breath in with the nose, out with the nose. We'll come to the ankle joints. We'll take the right foot. We'll try to make some slow circles with the foot. If it's too much, you can keep your heel on the ground. Try not to jump. Nice and smooth as much as possible. Good. That's it, Devaki. Now I can see your feet. Very good. And back the other way. Amanda, I wish I was teaching where you are. And down. Shake it out. And then we'll take the other foot. We'll make a few circles. Nice and slow. And reverse direction. And down. Good. Let's take a nice deep breath. We'll come to the toe exercises, resting on the heels. Open the toes wide. Squeeze them together. Stretch the toes apart. Squeeze them together. Open the toes wide. Squeeze them tight. Stretch open. Try to push through your shoes. Squeeze tight. Open wide, squeeze tight, stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze, and stretch, squeeze, relax. Deep breath. Now we've gone head to toe through just about all the joints in the body, warming up all the muscles. We're going to put this together with Surya Namaskar, the sun salutations. So a little forward in the chair if you can, back is straight. Just so you know, in the manual, you have the words and the pictures to every step. So just feel it out as you go. Don't worry yet about memorizing it. So deep breath in. Exhale, bring in your palms. Inhale, lengthen the spine upwards. As you exhale, think of stretching forward. Hands under the right knee. Inhale, lift up, give a squeeze. Exhale down. The other leg now. Inhale, lift up, give a squeeze. Exhale down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, chest forward and up. Exhale down. Reach back towards the chair. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale down. Arms in front. Inhale, let's come up tall. Exhale, hands on the lap. Deep breath in. Palms together, exhale. Deep breath in, lengthen up the body. Exhale, come forward. Right leg, inhale up, give a squeeze. Exhale down. Now the opposite leg. Inhale, give a squeeze. Exhale down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, chest forward and up. Exhale down. Reach back towards the chair. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale. Arms come forward now. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale. Hands on the lap. Last one now. Inhale. Exhale, join the palms. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, stretch forward. Right leg. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. The other leg. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, chest forward and up. Exhale. Reach back towards the chair. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, down. And coming forward now. Inhale, lengthen up. And slowly release. Let's take a nice long breath in and out. And again. It's very important every day to get the heart rate up. We don't have to be huffing and puffing. We have to get the heart pumping every day to keep it healthy. So now, I need one brave volunteer. So who is that going to be? Don't see any hands yet. Oh, I see Devaki. Sorry, Eileen, I just saw her first. So Devaki, would you be so kind? I took your mute off. Oh, you need to hear what I'm saying. Can you teach us all one round of sun salutations?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll try. Okay, so sit nice and tall and just relax. We do the sun salutations. So see if you can follow along with the breath. Inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, come into prayer position. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, lower your hands down. Bring them behind your right thigh. And inhale, raise the right knee up to your comfort. Exhale down. Inhale, take your hands behind the left knee, lift it up, and exhale down. Then bring your hands towards your shins. Oh, and exhale, lean forward, and inhale, raise your chest up. And exhale, fold forward. Release your hands, bring your hands towards your chair. Inhale, raise yourself up, open the chest. Exhale, down. Inhale, slowly raise your torso up, arms all the way up. And exhale, lower your arms down.
Very good. Good job.
I don't know. I've done so many sets of them, but never in the chair. It was a challenge.
That's it. It takes some practice to teach out of the chair, but that's why we're here. So that's very good. So Aileen, as you raised your hand, I think we should do one more round together. So if you want, you can take the mute off and you can give it for us.
Okay, I will try.
Perfect.
So breathe in and bring your arms to your side, palms in front of your chest. Breathe out. Breathe in and raise your arms and reach forward as you lower your back, breathing out. Put your arms underneath your right knee and raise it as you breathe in and lower it as you breathe out. Put your arms underneath your left knee and raise it as you breathe in and lower it as you breathe out. Lower your body and put your arms under your legs. Raise your chest out as you breathe out and come down. Breathe in and come down as you breathe out. Grab the back of your chair. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring your chest up and forward. Breathe out and lower, and breathe in, raising your arms all the way to the top, and breathe out and lower your arms to your side again. Hard to remember the breathing.
Oh, for sure. And that's something that just comes by practicing a few times, right? Like on your own. This is a little hard on the spot. And one thing, like when I was familiar, every time we breathe in yoga, there's always an exception, but we're opening or going backwards. And whenever we breathe out, almost whenever we're folding forwards, just the way the body works. Inhales are always opening and exhales closing. Of course, you can find like one exception somewhere probably, but that's a general to think about. The other thing, Aileen, is this. 5% more smile and then all the stress goes away.
Okay.
Remember, like, you don't have to be that's not just for her, for everyone. Like, yoga feels good for the students. So don't forget that, right? Because they're going to feel good. So why should you hold in the tension, right? So that's good. So good job, everyone. Oh, I have a question, Sridevi.
Yeah, so yesterday you made the point of having the hands on the knees so that we don't have the head go lower than, so my question, I guess, is when I learned the chair sequence before and we would do the Surya Namaskar, we would be going like all the way down and like folding our chest on our thighs and dropping our neck down. Are there contexts where maybe because of the senior context, that's not okay? Like, are there contexts where you might teach it that way?
Yeah. So right now we're looking at like frail individuals. Let's say you were teaching a wheelchair basketball team, right? They're like athletes. So then they can do like much more. Now we're looking, how is this accessible to everybody?
Gotcha.
And I'll ask you this, did you exercise doing the sun salutation in the chair?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So then that's it. That's enough.
Yeah.
Right? So often as teachers, we want to do more and give the students more and that'll make them happy. But we have to like overcome that idea. I've been teaching this sequence for 10 years. No one's ever asked for more and the classes are like full always. So I was going to say, and this is, in many places, the chair yoga is on par with bingo. That's like the best you can do is to be almost equal to bingo. So that's just like the routine, moving the whole body every week with breathing. It elevates people. And then we think, oh, I have to make it better. I have to do this different. then that's our ego getting in the way. So we just have to like be careful about that.
Okay, yeah, it's more about the extra stretch that you get
Yeah.
to in the back.
Right. So then you have to think, working one-on-one, you can take students further. A large group, you have to make sure it's accessible.
Got it.
Okay. So Laura, I see you has a question.
I just had a question because being like a novice teacher, it's hard because like when you say left, if you mirror and you're not doing it right, are you better off if you're inexperienced, just say, take one leg up, you know, and then take your
Oh,
other leg, because then
yeah.
you're not confusing, because I would have a hard time like you, like,
Yeah,
like
so
my
I'll
left
answer
is
this
right.
question.
You better just say one leg, because people see you and they just do it, like one
Yeah,
leg
let
then
me
the other leg.
I'll answer the question and then I'm going to continue teaching and we'll take more questions later. So ideally everyone's doing the same thing. That's much better for the class unison. So I always say, if you noticed, I said right leg, then I'd say often other leg. So even if someone made a mistake, they'll do the other leg. As a teacher, if mirroring doesn't work for you, don't do it. If it works, do it. That's all. Don't drive yourself crazy about it. Okay, so we did our sun salutations. All right, just put the mute back on there. Oh, you got it. Thanks, Laura. So now, last class, we did some single leg raises. Now we'll come into an abdominal exercise. So feet hip width apart. We're going to bring the hands towards the ears. Right elbow towards the left knee. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left elbow towards the right knee. Inhale up. Exhale down the other way. Inhale up. Notice I'm not touching my head. Exhale down. I'm not touching my knee. I'm just giving some direction. Breathe in up. The students that can touch, they will. Breathe out down. But we don't want anyone straining. Breathe in up. Breathe out down. Breathe in up. Breathe out. Right elbow down. Breathe in up. And breathe out. Left elbow down. Back up. And release. Good. We'll take a nice deep breath here. So the more we strengthen our core muscles, the easier it is to sit up straight, the easier it is to breathe. The better our organs function, the better we feel. So now we're going to continue with a twisting exercise for the body. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to take the right foot and cross it over the left. If it's comfortable, you might even cross your whole leg. It's up to you. Sit up straight. Notice which version I'm doing. Right? So we give the option, but we do what's accessible for everyone. Breathing in, breathe out, gently turn to the right, and you can look over the right shoulder. Relax your shoulders. Breathe slowly and deeply. Inhale back to the center. If you crossed your leg, uncross it. Then we'll take the left foot. You can cross the ankle. It's very comfortable. You might cross your whole leg, but don't force it. Sit up tall. Deep breath in. Exhale, turning to your left this time. Gently looking over and above the left shoulder. Think of being tall as you breathe in. Think of twisting as you breathe out. One more deep breath. And back to the center. You've crossed your leg, you can uncross it, shake it out a little. And then our last posture now is going to be the triangle, Trikonasana. So resting the hands on the thighs. Inhale, right arm up, and gently lean to the left as you exhale. Now we're going to hold the pose. We have an extra option here. Our left hand is giving us some support. If we lower it down, we'll get a deeper stretch. That's just an option. If it's too much, bring your hand back. Inhale back up and release. Very good. So let's go the other way now. Left arm up, inhale, and slowly lean over to your right. And breathe. You might lower the right hand down if it's comfortable. If that's too much, bring it back. In your body, that might be a very subtle difference, but imagine you're 20, 30, 40 years into the future, it might be a very big difference. Inhale back up and release. Good. Nice deep breath. Now the facial muscles. Squeeze your face tight like you're eating a lemon. Relax. Open the mouth, tongue out, open the eyes, look up. And release. So final relaxation after sitting up straight for so long. We're going to try to keep sitting up straight, but we'll use the chair. So sit back in the chair, but try to stay as tall as possible. Make yourself comfortable. We'll start with a few slow breaths. Take your time to breathe in and out. Be aware of your feet. In your mind, repeat to yourself, I relax the feet. Feet are relaxed. Picture your feet relaxed. Keep repeating in your mind, I relax the legs. Legs are relaxed. I relax the hips. Hips are relaxed. I relax the abdomen and chest. Abdomen and chest are relaxed. I relax the back. Back is relaxed. Relax the hands, arms, and shoulders. Arms are relaxed. Relax the neck, jaw, eyes, eye muscles, and brain. Head is relaxed. Relax the internal organs. Digestive system. Heart and lungs. The entire body is relaxed. Diving deep and deeper within. Relax. 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 Just for a few moments, be aware how you feel after the exercises and relaxation. Let's come and sit up tall and straight one more time to conclude. We'll chant together the mantra Om 3 times. Inhale. That's our program today. I think we have just enough time to hear another story. Do you want to hear a story? Some okays and thumbs up. So we just tell this story about Lord Krishna and his brother Balarama. So Krishna and Balarama, they are out walking in the forest. And of course, this forest, it's not like the forests you'd have here in New York or Pennsylvania. These forests, they have like all kinds of monsters and demons in them, right? So when it's time for them to stop for the night, they make a fire and they know they have to take turns like staying awake, doing the watch. And Krishna is very tired, so Balarama says, you go to sleep, I'll do the first watch and we'll trade off. So Krishna lies down and he sleeps like a baby. And Balarama is standing by the fire, and after some time, he smells something. It's a horrible stench. He looks up, and what does he see? Monster, huge monster. And he takes a step back. And what happens? The monster gets bigger. Balarama takes another step back. The monster gets bigger. And this keeps happening until Balarama, he's so overwhelmed that he passes out. And when he passes out, that sound wakes up Lord Krishna, who's sleeping on the floor. And Krishna, he stretches and he sees his brother fast asleep. He says, oh, Balarama must have been tired. And Krishna stands up, for his turn to be the guard, doing the watch. And the same thing happens after some time. He smells this horrible smell, this horrible stench. And he looks up, and of course, he sees this huge demon there. And he looks at the demon. And he takes a step forward. He says, who are you? And the demon, he gets a little smaller. And Krishna steps forward again and he says, why are you here? And the demon gets smaller. And another step, where did you come from? Until the demon is so little, Krishna picks it up and puts him in his pocket. And he lies down and goes to sleep. In the morning, the brothers wake up and Balarama is like beside himself. He can't believe what happened. How are they still alive? There was this huge demon. And Krishna opens his pocket and he takes out the demon, right? He says, is this the demon? And Balarama just can't understand. So of course, Lord Krishna explains to his brother. He says, this demon, this is your fears, right? And when you saw them, you step back. So what happens to our fears when we run from them? They get bigger, right? The imagination takes over. And then they get even bigger. And we step further back and bigger, and then we're very overwhelmed. But what was Lord Krishna's strategy? When he noticed like fear, this could be any type of emotion, you know, he said, who are you? He started to question the fear. Where did you come from? Why are you here? And when we ask these questions, you know, the fear breaks down into smaller pieces, and then we can handle them. And it's so hard when we're feeling the intense emotion to start questioning. So the trick is what we did in the class, to stop and breathe so the mind is clear enough so we can ask those questions. Maybe you're afraid of the dentist. So ask yourself why. And right, if you're afraid of the dentist, is it worth it to be afraid for 6 months till your next appointment? That only lasts 30 seconds. So maybe that's a practical example some of you understand, but whatever your own fear, Shirley is laughing, so maybe that one works for you. But whatever our fear is, right, if we ask those questions, slowly the answers come, and then the fears become manageable. So that's going to be your homework for the week. You know, when you notice a fear or a strong emotion, see if you can start questioning it. And it might take like some time for the answers to come, but the answers are also inside us. So there is our chair yoga practice for today. So have a good week. Now we're still here together, but that was our second chair yoga class.